Hello friends, welcome to Science with Savi. I hope every one of you is doing great at your places, and so am I. So I'm back again with the second part of the topic which we started in the last time. In my last video, I took up the topic of transportation from class 10, lesson number 6, life processes. We started with the topic in the last video where I discussed about the human circulatory system. I started up with the components of blood and also about the different kind of blood vessels. And the next which one I am going to take up is the structure of heart. But before going to the structure and circulation of blood in the human heart, I really feel that there are three subtopics which should be very, very clear to you. So I have dedicated the entire video of today to discuss the three subtopics, and then in my next video, I will go and take up the structure of heart and the blood circulation in detail. So children who have missed the first video which talks about the components of blood and the blood vessels, please go to the link in the description box and watch it for sure. So in today's class, I will be talking about open and closed circulatory systems. Second, I will talk about the evolutionary changes in the heart of the vertebrates. And at last, I will discuss about single and double circulation. So first, let's talk about open and closed circulatory systems. So in all the vertebrates and also some invertebrates like annelids and earthworms, the blood is pumped by a pumping organ, that is heart, and the blood flows in closed blood vessels. Like in human beings, we have the arteries, veins, capillaries. So the blood is flowing in the blood vessels. So such a circulatory system is called a closed circulatory system. Here, the blood reaches all the different parts of the body through the blood vessels. So is it the same in other lower organisms like the crustaceans, some insects, mollusks? Do they also have the same kind of circulation? No, they do not have the blood vessels in them. They have a heart, but there the blood vessels are absent. So how does the blood reach the different parts of the body? So here the circulatory system is different, and such a circulatory system is called the open circulatory system. Here the heart pumps the blood and the blood directly goes into the body cavity. This body cavity is called the hemocoel. Okay, the body cavity is called the hemocoel, where the blood is pumped by the heart and directly it goes into the body cavity. There the blood mixes up with the tissue fluid, the fluid which is there between the tissues, and then it is called as the hemolymph. So when the blood reaches the tissue fluid, mixes with the tissue fluid, it comes in direct contact with the tissues, and there the exchange of gases and nutrients takes place. And from there again the blood will come and enter the heart through an opening which is called the ostia. So here the blood vessels are missing. Directly the blood is poured into the body cavity, where when the organism, when such organisms move and the heart pumps, then this hemolymph, that is the blood and the tissue fluid, mixes up and reaches up into all parts, and there the exchange takes place. So this is a open circulatory system. Now I have made a table for this, and in a tabular form we will discuss the difference between the open and the closed circulatory system. So you can note down the points from the table. I am just showing the table in the board now. In an open circulatory system, the blood flows directly into the body cavity. There are no blood vessels. But in a closed circulatory system, the blood is pumped by the heart and it flows through the blood vessels to reach different parts of the body. In the open circulatory system, the tissues are in direct contact with the blood, but this is not so in closed circulatory system. The blood does not come in contact directly with the tissues. The exchange between the blood and the tissues takes place through the tissue fluid, not directly. The blood flow is very slow in open circulatory system, and the blood has a low pressure because it is not flowing through the vessels. And because of this system is less efficient in circulation. Whereas in closed system, the blood is flowing through the vessels, through the speed is also more, and the pressure is also created, because of which it becomes more efficient in meeting the needs of oxygen by all the cells and tissues. Open circulatory system is found in higher invertebrates like arthropods, prawn, insects, also in some mollusks, snails, clams, oysters, and closed circulatory system is found in all the echinoderms, some of the annelids, and also in the vertebrates. So these are the basic difference between the open and closed circulatory system. So go through this table, note down the points. And with this, we will come to the next topic, which is evolutionary changes in the heart of the vertebrates. This topic is very, very important to understand that how the circulatory system has evolved through all these different phyla of vertebrates, and we have reached to mammals where the heart is functioning in a particular way. So let's see this through this diagram. So in the diagram here, you see the heart of the fish, then the amphibia, reptiles, birds and mammals. These are the increasing phylum in vertebrates. In class 9, you have read classification of animals where you find the vertebrates have been divided, okay, according to the development in them. So it starts from fishes and reaches up to the mammals. So if you closely look at the heart in the diagram, you find that the fishes have a two-chambered heart. They have an atrium and they have a ventricle. Now if you look at the amphibians, you find there are two atrium and there is a single ventricle. In the reptiles, you see that there are two atrium. The ventricle is partially divided, not completely divided into two. Okay, and when you see the birds and mammals, you find that the ventricle has completely divided now. There are two auricles and there are two ventricles. So why this is so and how the changes occurred? If you look at the heart of the fishes, you find there the fishes, in case of fishes, the mixing of the oxygen and carbon dioxide containing blood takes place. So I will be telling oxygenated blood for oxygen rich blood and deoxygenated blood for the blood which is rich in carbon dioxide. Okay, so don't be confused. So in fishes, there is a mixing of the oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. You see the same in amphibians also, because they have a single ventricle. So the mixing of both the kind of blood is taking place. Even in reptiles, although they are partially divided ventricle, but still some mixing of blood is taking place. Now there are some exceptions in the reptiles like crocodiles, alligators and gharials. They have a completely divided ventricle. That is, they have four chambers. Okay. Now if you see the birds and mammals, they have completely different four chambers. There is no mixing of oxygen and carbon dioxide containing blood in the heart. Now, why this helps? Okay, if you see in the fishes and amphibians, they are cold-blooded. That is, they don't need to maintain a constant body temperature. Even in case of reptiles, they do not require to maintain a constant body temperature. So, because of this mixing of the blood, a lot of energy is used up. Since they do not require more energy in maintaining the constant temperature, they can afford this mixing of blood in the heart. But if you see in the birds and mammals, they are strictly warm-blooded. That is, they maintain a constant body temperature irrespective of whatever temperature is there in the environment. For this, they require a lot of energy. They cannot waste the energy, okay, when the blood has mixed. The body requires concentrated and dedicated supply of oxygen to the tissues, which is possible when the mixing of blood is not taking place in the heart. So the birds and the mammals, the hearts are four-chambered, no mixing is taking place. So in this way, you see there is a pattern, how the heart has evolved from the fishes according to the nature of their, living, and according to the nature of the environment where they are living, from two chambers, then three chambers, then partially divided chambers in the reptiles, and completely four-chambered heart in case of birds and mammals. Okay, so this is a very important part which you should understand, that how the circulatory system has evolved from fishes till mammals. And if you see in very smaller organisms, in very lower invertebrates, they do not require a circulatory system like the sponges, okay, the poriferas. There the exchange of material is taking place directly by diffusion. So they don't need any circulatory system in the body. But as soon as the complexity of the organism increases, the organism develops in the cellular level, there is a need of a dedicated system which carries on the exchange of gases, nutrients and other substances in the body for the transportation, and then the circulatory system evolved. Okay, so with this I will come to the next important topic, and that is talking about the single circulatory system and the double circulation. This is very, very important. For this, again, I will refer to the heart of fishes to mammals. So let's go to that topic now. In fishes, we have seen now that the fishes, the heart is only two-chambered. That is, there is an atrium and there is a ventricle. This atrium receives the blood from the body tissues from different parts of the body, which enters the atrium. This blood has carbon dioxide in it because it is collecting from the body tissues. From the atrium, this blood goes into the ventricle. From the ventricle, the blood is pumped and it goes to the gills where the exchange is taking place. So this carbon dioxide containing blood reaches the gills. In the gills, the carbon dioxide is given out into the water which will flow out, and the oxygen has been taken in. So this oxygen containing blood from the gills will again reach the different parts of the body. From there, the oxygen will be used up, carbon dioxide will be released, it will be carried by the blood, it will come again into the atrium. So here you see that the blood is passing through the heart only once. There is only a single circuit, only a single, circle has been formed when the blood is flowing. Such a kind of blood circulation is called a single circulatory system of blood. Single circulation taking place. Only one circuit has been formed and there is a unidirectional flow. That is, the blood is flowing in only one direction. It is not going back. So one direction the blood is flowing, making a single circuit, and such a kind of circulation is called single circulation, which you find only in fishes. But in case of amphibians, in case of reptiles, birds and mammals, the single circulation system is not there, okay? So here the circulatory system becomes double. There are two circuits. Why this happens? Because in fishes, there are no lungs. There the respiration goes on strictly through the gills, okay? So there is a single circuit is only formed. But if we see in other animals, like in the amphibians, the reptiles and the birds and mammals, the lungs have involved. The lungs are being used for respiration. So in this case, you find that the heart has, it has either 3 chambers or the 4 chambers, and these organisms also have lungs which they need for respiration. So here what happens, one side of the heart, that is the left side of the heart, is giving the oxygen containing blood to all the parts of the body, okay? The left side of the heart gives the oxygen containing blood to all parts of the body. When this oxygen containing blood reaches all parts of the body, the oxygen is used up for cellular respiration, okay? The tissues and cells use up, they do cellular respiration and they release carbon dioxide. Now this carbon dioxide containing blood will come and go to the right side of the heart. So this circulation which supplies the blood to the tissues and cell forms one circuit. This is one circle which has formed, which was, okay, this is only one circuit which has been formed, and this is called systemic circulation. Systemic means the circulation which is going and, giving the oxygen containing blood to the cells and tissues. So this is one circuit which is systemic circulation. Now, from the cells and tissues, the carbon dioxide containing blood has come to the right side of the heart. Now this blood has to be, the carbon dioxide needs to be thrown out of the body. So where it should go? It should go to the lungs. So from the right side, the blood again takes another circuit. It reaches the lungs. In the lungs, the exchange takes place, and again the oxygen containing blood, because carbon dioxide has been exchanged in the alveoli. If you remember the cellular respiration entire topic, it has been exchanged in the alveolus, where the oxygen has been given to be thrown out when we exhale, and the oxygen rich blood in the lungs again enters the left side of the heart. So one more circuit has been formed. See, 2 circuits have been formed. One which is taking the blood to the tissues and cells, which forms a systemic circuit, systemic circulation, and the second part which is taking the blood to the lungs, and this is called the pulmonary circulation. So here you see there are 2 circuits of circulation is formed, and the blood passes twice through the heart in one cycle. If I take these 2 circuits a part of a cycle, the blood is passing through the heart twice. So such a kind of circulation is called double circulation. This is very, very important, okay? It is very easy to understand. So one is single circulation like in fishes, and double circulation in other vertebrates, okay, except the fishes. Single circulation, what happens? The blood passes only once, but here the blood passes twice. In fishes, only the systemic circulation is taking place. Pulmonary circulation is not there because they do not have the lungs. But in double circulation, the pulmonary and systemic, both kind of circulation is taking place. In case of double circulation, there is no mixing of oxygen and carbon dioxide containing blood. No mixing of blood takes place. Whereas in case of fishes, the mixing of the blood takes place, okay? And this single circulatory system is less efficient because it is not able to reach out to all the cells and tissues, because of which it is less energy is generated through this circulation, and that is why the metabolic activity of fishes are lesser. than in case of other vertebrates. So understanding these three concepts is very, very important. So I have made this video especially because I didn't want to just rush into the structure of heart and just finish up the chapter. I really wanted you to understand that what is open and closed. Okay, our system is closed type, how the heart has undergone evolutionary changes from fishes up to the mammals, why it has undergone these changes, why do we need these changes, and third part was understanding the single circulation and double circulation. I hope that with all the explanation and the pictures I have shared, all the images, this concept is completely clear. So with all the knowledge of our first video, today's video, we will go into the third part. I will be coming up with the third part and we will understand the structure and the blood circulation in heart. So in today's video, I have started a very interesting thing. I'm going to ask you a few questions, okay? With the end of the video, I will ask you a few questions, and if you have completely understood today's class, you will be able to answer them. I'm 100% sure. So try out these few questions at the end of the video. You can give me the answers in the comment box. Okay, I just wanted to make it more interactive and fun, and also you can check that how much you have understood the concept. So do answer in the comment box. I will be posting the questions just now. Okay, I will be just sharing the questions now. So see you soon in the next class. Please watch the video many times and get it completely clear. If you have any confusion, please reach out to me in the comment box. I'll be very happy to help you out. So children, take a lot of care, keep exploring, keep learning, and do answer the questions in the comment box. I'm really waiting for the answers. There is a child who goes into the lab and he finds 6 specimens. But the problem is what? The name of the specimens are missing. Only there are few notes which are written about their circulatory system. So I am sharing this pic with you where you find that the child names this organism as A, B, C, D, E, and F, and also he writes the note about the method of circulation. So by going through this table, can you take the hint from the method of circulation and arrange them in the increasing order of development or increasing order of evolution? That which organism evolved first, then how it developed into the next level, that is the increasing level. There's another interesting question. Fishes and birds have closed circulation. They both have a systemic circulatory system, that is reaching out to the tissues and cells, which delivers blood from the heart to the organs of the body. Birds differ from fish in that they have a circuit that leads to the lungs and back to the heart. What is this circuit called? It's very easy. The options are pulmonary circulatory circuit, gill circulatory circuit, pulmocutaneous circulatory circuit, or the limb circulatory circuit. So please give me the answers in the comment box. I'm really waiting for you. Be fast. Let me see who are the first 5 people who give the answers. So see you next time in the next video. Bye bye.